Welcome to the pre-show to our HealthTree 2.0 launch event. We are so excited to be with you tonight. We are here at the Montage Deer Valley in beautiful Park City, Utah. I'm Rosalind Height, the Patient Community Director at the HealthTree Foundation, and caregiver to my husband, Richard, diagnosed with myeloma in 2015. I'm joined by two of our dear friends and myeloma HealthTree coaches, Tony and Michael.
Welcome. I'm Tony Newbern. Thank you, Roz. And thank you all for joining us. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma on September 18th of 2013 and given 30% chance of making it out of the hospital and 50% chance of living 1 year. Here I am today, surviving and thriving. And I am so excited about the HealthTree 2.0 launch, learning about the new research on the horizon and the ongoing clinical trials that we know will have a huge impact on all of us. May I also share the impact HealthTree and the coaches with HealthTree have had on my life. Truly the best group of individuals and family.
Yeah, they really are, Tony. Absolutely. Love my HealthTree family. So anyhow, my name is Michael Riato. Thank you, Tony Roz, by the way, first for that. So glad to be with you tonight and all of our guests virtually. So I live just outside of Philadelphia in a little town called Jamison. I've been married to my wonderful wife, Monique, for the last 36 years. We have 2 adult children, Theodore and Christina. I am a 12-year myeloma thriver, not just a survivor. I was diagnosed by accident in July of 2011. And I've gone through what most myeloma patients have: induction therapy, chemotherapy, treatments, radiation, a stem cell transplant, and much more. I'm grateful for every day that life has given me. I'm totally focused on helping others by spreading knowledge about myeloma, being a HealthTree coach, and I'm a passionate patient advocate.
We're honored to be your hosts for this exciting and monumental event. To learn more about the model HealthTree has created and the impact it can have on accelerating a cure for myeloma. Michael and Tony, as they mentioned, are both coaches and volunteers for HealthTree, and we're so happy that they're here with us tonight.
I do work for multiple nonprofit organizations, and I'm passionate about every one of them, but there's something different about HealthTree. There's something different that makes me actually put my entire heart into it. I feel like family when I'm with you guys. It's just incredible being a HealthTree coach, and it's just meaningful with those patient-to-patient relationships that we have. Tony, what makes you involved with HealthTree?
Wow. Thank you, Michael. HealthTree is uniquely focused on Black myeloma health, and as such is well positioned to reach the Black rural, suburban, and urban populations. And HealthTree has given me the platform to start a local Charlotte Black myeloma support group community, which leads me to advocating with DC Senate and congressional staff via national cancer organizations.
As with everybody else, you hear the diagnosis and you go, well, gee, I don't know, what's that? And so I spent some time looking up information on multiple myeloma, and there's all sorts of things out there. The one that I came across that was most helpful to me was HealthTree and HealthTree University.
I actually found HealthTree through digging on different blogs and different websites, different Facebook groups. And once I found HealthTree, I would say for me in particular as a caregiver was absolutely the most critical resource I could have found besides a myeloma specialist. Really, we've gone to 4 myeloma specialists now and cancer centers, and I have not even received 5% of the information that I did from HealthTree University.
Also, HealthTree really works towards advancing patient care and research and those kind of things. Like the Cure Hub is great. It's the understanding of studies and what studies are available and how studies are structured is really important to myeloma patients, particularly as they advance more in their myeloma journey. But for me personally, I think HealthTree kind of puts it all in a very easily accessible way. And in one particular organization and package in one site to go to.
It is worthwhile to get your health information into HealthTree. I'm ready to help the people I coach do it. It's so worthwhile. It's not just for you, it's for the whole myeloma community. And it's a wonderful thing. I can't say enough about it.
Because I've been a coach, I've met some other coaches that I've become really good friends with, and they've just been so supportive of me and my journey, and I feel like I'm helping them on their journey. And I can't imagine my life without these people in it right now, and that's only because of HealthTree. I never would have met any of these folks without HealthTree. HealthTree's changed my life. Simple as that. All for the better.
There is a lot of excitement here outside of the ballroom where we are at the main event will happen tonight. I'm here with Jenny Ahlstrom, founder and CEO of HealthTree, and her husband, Paul Ahlstrom. Jenny, a lot has led up to this night. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling just so excited. I could have never imagined that we would even be here and have an organization that was this large and doing what we're doing. It's just totally incredible. I was reflecting on it last night and I just started crying. I couldn't believe that I could go from a patient to someone who could do something towards a cure. It's just overwhelming.
That's wonderful. What are we going to learn about tonight?
Tonight, we're going to learn about where we've been, how we got there, and where we're headed in the future, both in multiple myeloma and then in some other things. So,
wonderful. Thank you. Paul, what was your approach to starting HealthTree?
Well, I have a hammer and everything's a nail, so I'm a startup guy. And Jenny and I have invested in over 150 tech companies over the last 25 years. And so we treated Jenny's cancer like I would any startup. There's a problem out there. We need to get to the bottom of it and then start filling in the niches that aren't being addressed by other organizations.
That's wonderful. With that, you have a tech background. How did that impact your approach to HealthTree?
Well, we know that this isn't really a technology problem. So the technology was actually the easy part of this. The biggest challenge is trust. And knowing that just because you have a nice, cool widget or a product doesn't mean people are going to buy it. So how do you build the trust with your audience and with the patients, which was the number one focus of everything we did. And every decision we made was based around two questions. Number one, is this increasing trust with the patient? And number two, is this moving us faster towards a cure? And other than that, we didn't care about anything else. Let go of all the economic concerns, faster, high trust.
Excellent. Thank you both so much.
We're around 8 engineers. You guys are 3 on the product team. On the medical team, there's like 8 doctors as well. We're the perfect combination of a nonprofit with a tech company. Working for HealthTree, it's been an amazing experience, and we have a fully remote distributed team.
This is the team that's doing all the work. And in a normal company, there would be maybe 5 teams split out doing all this work that just this one team is doing, and that is amazing.
One of the most impressive things is the amount of products and things we're able to support with a team of our size. And I think that's why we're able to try different things, try different products, and move faster. We're a very high collaboration team, even though we're spread around from Utah to Latin America.
We know what's going on in each other's lives and care about each other. And I think that helps with everything that we're doing as well versus, if we were to contract out with different development or product teams or whatever, you don't build those relationships. And I think that is something special about us as well.
We built this workflow that JP was talking about with connection to the facilities and the providers, like the health providers. We assure that whatever or whoever connects using HealthTree is getting their data secure.
If we ever break that trust with the patient on losing their data or misusing their data or having their data available to somebody in a way that it shouldn't be, that'll be game over for us. So we're extra careful in securing that. We have monitoring and logging to make sure that everything is running smoothly and that everything is secure.
I think in terms of building relationships with the patients, we always like to keep as open of a communication line as possible. So, somebody will come to us and be like, oh, we've got a big problem. Patients are having problems. They can't do this. And then when they do this, this doesn't work. And then they do this and that doesn't work. And we're like, oh, wow, okay. And we're like, how many people have, written in or called in about that? And they're like, well, one. So we do tend to focus on the one just as much as everybody else, as much as we can.
I think on top of that, I think because we're an internal team, everybody, including the development team, has the vision of and the mission of HealthTree.
I am joined by Dr. Rafael Fonseca, Director of Innovation and Transformation Relationships at the Mayo Clinic. Dr. Fonseca, can you please share how your ideas help HealthTree launch the HealthTree Cure Hub platform?
Hey, thank you for having me. No, we're very excited to be here for version 2. But even in version 1, the whole notion was, can we make information reach that patient that needs to know about the best treatment options and what they need to know about the course of their disease. So working together in a night at one of the ASH meetings, we came to the idea that we need to build this platform. And this platform is what became HealthTree that we're celebrating today. But hopefully has provided options, knowledge, information, and support to now thousands of patients. I'm hearing it's probably over 13,000 patients now that are supported by this venue. So just an honor to work with, with Paul and Jenny and everyone else in the team who has made this become reality.
That's excellent. Thank you, Dr. Fonseca. It must be incredible to see your ideas come to life. Next, we have Dr. Fred Applebaum, author of Living Medicine and the Executive Vice President of Fred Hutch Cancer Center. Dr. Applebaum, tell me more about your book, Living Medicine.
Thanks, Tony. Well, my book is the story of Don Thomas, the guy that won the Nobel Prize in 1990, and the story of how bone marrow transplantation came to be. Don had this idea of transplantation back in the 1950s, and virtually everyone said it's impossible. It can't be done. But because of his focus, his persistence, and his team, he made transplantation a reality, and now transplants are used to treat over 100,000 people worldwide. Not only that, but it has led to other innovations, including new kinds of gene therapy, immunotherapy, and transplants. So it's a pleasure to write the book and to tell Don's story.
Well, that's excellent. I'm glad you wrote the book, and I am excited to read your book.
Well, I hope you do, and I hope you understand it, Tony.
Thank you so much. Yes.
It's nice to go to work and like the people you work with and feel like you're all doing something better and something good.
Working with amazing people really motivates you to keep going. I love that we get to work with so many great people.
So many of our people are committed to this because their lives have been affected by it. Everybody's got their own battle that they're fighting. It just so happens in this case that we're all kind of fighting this together as we try to find a cure.
I believe we'll find a cure, and I'm so happy I'm part of this.
I see every day members of our team going that extra mile to provide that personalized support to each individual person.
And when we have that patient come forward and tell us how much we've impacted their lives in a positive way, that's what it's all about. I feel lucky. I think there's very few people that get to have a job that they love and see the effect it has on other people's lives. I see that every day with HealthTree.
Like, I'm so bought into HealthTree and what we do here because I know that everything I do from 9 to 5 directly makes patients' lives better, and it makes coming to work really easy.
Jetty's a great boss. She lets us kind of run with things and she trusts us.
She's an amazing leader. I feel like she's the reason everyone works here.
She's literally one of the most inspirational people I've ever met.
As the CEO, she could easily view herself as higher than everyone, but she doesn't.
Working with Jenny is motivating because she's always looking how we can take it to the next level.
The best part working with Jenny is her enthusiasm.
She's always busy. You'll get emails and texts from her at all hours because she just is so passionate about HealthTree.
She's like working all day because she wants to find a cure. It's just inspiring.
I don't know how she does it. Like, people will come up all the time and say, "Where's Jenny? I want to talk to her. I just want to give her a hug," you know? So she's a total rock star. in all aspects.
And she just does it with a very quiet demeanor.
It's her life, this is her life's work, and this is what she's going to do, and she's not going to stop until we get to a cure for myeloma patients.
I am Dr. Elena McDonald. I am one half of Twin Sister Docs. I am Dr. Delana Wardlaw, and I am the other half of Twin Sister Docs. We are a foundation that focuses on advocacy to increase the awareness of healthcare disparities and also work to close that gap. What we have seen throughout the history of medicine is that oftentimes African Americans' symptoms may be ignored earlier on. The onus is on the medical system as a whole to be aware of our biases, making sure that we are treating every patient with the same care, the same commitment, no matter who they are, no matter where they come from, no matter what they look like.
Now, many times people sometimes get intimidated in a medical arena or in a medical situation. And that is why it's very important to meet people sometimes outside of those situations.
Individuals are not only dealing with their diagnoses and their health care, they're also dealing with what we call social determinants of health. They have housing issues, they have food insecurity, they may be out of a job, they have poor education, they're dealing with so many other things. And sometimes when you're dealing with, am I going to be able to pay my rent, or am I going to be able to buy food for my children, your health goes to the lower priority. If we can take away some of those burdens, then it allows individuals to focus more on their health.
We don't want to let the past allow us to become a statistic in the future. So if we can make contributions that will allow us to be able to advance medicine, then that is for the greater good of everyone.
We want to be part of the conversation more. Our information matters. Our information drives research also. The sense of urgency is now.
People need to know that research drives the advancement of medicine. And without that, then we can't get better treatments. We can't get to a cure.
Join the HealthTree portal. If you go from 12,000 to 25,000, you are doubling the opportunity to improve the diagnosis, treatment, quality of life. You can benefit from being a part of a great program that allows you to have all your data in one place.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So many exciting things are happening for the future of HealthTree and blood cancers. We are focused on reaching our goals. We're now joined with Jay Hydron, HealthTree's Senior Director of Research. Jay, what impact would having 25,000 patients in HealthTree Cure Hub have on myeloma research?
The short answer is the more patients that join HealthTree Cure Hub, the faster we'll get to a cure. The more anonymous, validated data we have provides larger cohorts of patients for research studies, surveys, and data projects. We can, with more patients, we can then break research findings into the subgroups, which is the hardest part. For example, what are the best therapies for Black patients? We don't know the answer today, but we could if we had 2,000 Black patients using HealthTree Cure Hub.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Jay, that is phenomenal. 25,000 patients. What an incredible goal to get to launch HealthTree 2.0. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I have to tell you that I truly loved Todd Kennedy's call to action at the end of the presentation. He was clear as to what we do now to accelerate a cure. We need to join Cure Hub. Tony and I have joined, right?
Yes.
Yes. Roz, your husband?
Yes.
Yes. And we have to donate. I've been involved for a long time fundraising for myeloma research with other organizations. I'm excited to be here tonight. I love where HealthTree is going. Totally about this year, I chose to do my annual fundraising for HealthTree, and I've raised over $12,000. It's simple, it's easy, okay? HealthTree provided great support along the way. As patients, we need to accelerate a cure. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Wow, what a powerful message. I am filled with excitement and hope for the future for myeloma and all blood cancer patients. Via HealthTree, I am coaching multiple myeloma patients throughout the U.S. to provide one-on-one support, which is so important to successfully navigate their myeloma journey.
I'm so grateful for what you both are doing as coaches and in the community. You are making a significant impact. As a caregiver, I couldn't be more excited about what HealthTree is doing and the future for a cure for all myeloma patients and beyond. The model that HealthTree has created really is unparalleled.
Yeah. Thank you again for joining us this evening. For more information and to get involved, visit healthtree.org.
These programs are truly life-changing, and we couldn't do it without patients and caregivers like you. You are excited for the future for HealthTree.
Yes.
Through research and Jenny's vision, we can accelerate a cure for all blood cancers.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Totally thank you.
We're so
Thank
glad you were
you.
here.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night. Mwah.